Barry, how about over at the Navy? I'm sure you all are on a full march there to ensure that you get this capability across all your platforms, ships, aircraft, data centers, etc.
Yeah, and I'll piggyback a little bit on what Jen and Chris were talking about. Jen mentioned starting from a clean slate. We were looking at zero trust even before the pandemic as a concept and an architecture, and saying, okay, well, we really need to be able to do this, but do the tools that are available actually support the kind of architecture that we need for that? And we started to find ones that worked, and all of a sudden, in a very short time frame, we were like, oh shoot, we need them now. So we actually implemented our first zero trust platform back in the around 2020 timeframe, right before everybody locked down, and we were able to leverage what we learned in that space to rapidly establish our first zero trust platform on the unclass collaboration side, very similar to what Jen was talking about. Essentially greenfield from the ground up. I'll mention some more of those lessons learned later, but to Chris's point, we've evolved over the last 4 to 5 years, and now it's more about sort of continuously assessing our progress. We started at the beginning by using red and purple team assessments to determine whether or not what we put in place actually worked. And using those results and sharing them with the rest of the Department of Defense, I think we've lifted the entire team up to that level. We did our assessment similar to what he just mentioned last summer, and had our full advanced certification of that. I think it was last July in our Unclass Collab platform, and we're starting to then move that into extend that out more into the tactical range. The big challenge, of course, we face is that communications afloat in that sort of degraded and latent environment is really difficult. And because these tools are cloud-based, you're challenged to get the same kind of effects when you're not continually connected to that state. So we've actually worked around that with some newer technologies. We're experimenting on unmanned vehicles. We're experimenting on large afloat platforms, aircraft carriers, etc. And we're seeing really good results using some of these techniques, but in such a way that you don't have to be connected all the time. So we're really excited about the progress we're seeing in those environments, because we need those kind of protections in the afloat and tactical environment, just like we need it back in the office. And actually, we probably need it more. So we're partnering very closely with the operational community to drive that. And the last thing I'll say is that this journey hasn't just been like a CIO thing. I came from the operational community, and that's really where this started from. Our operators need these tools and these capabilities, and they're the ones driving the train. So we're pretty much in support of those that run the gear and making sure that they have the tools necessary to secure, operate, and defend the environment.